Hello everyone and my grant subscribers. You're welcome to Sure Updates Grant channel, where we give you the latest and updated version of the UAAG disbursement funding. If you're new on my channel, please consider subscribing by clicking the notification bell so that whenever we publish our new content, you'll be kindly notified. Thank you so much for subscribing, and God bless.
And today remains the 1st of October 2025, and we have on the platform this morning the voice of Ambassador Pascal Anyang, the national president of the Youth Forum for CEOs NGOs in the country, who chose this momentous day to remind the leadership of our great country that the true independence of our people is actually not in the waving of flags or the parade of the streets, but in the freedom from poverty, from hunger, and unfulfilled promises. And speaking passionately in his Independence Day message on Capital FM News, he appealed directly to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to fast-track and facilitate the disbursement of the long-awaited grant that millions of Nigerians have been expecting for years. We're going to leave you to pay attention to what was said in the Capital FM News just this morning. Ambassador, your time now.
To ensure socio-economic development of the country. Still on Nigerians' independence anniversary, the national president of a non-governmental organization, Youth Forum for Development on Africa, YFDA Ambassador Dr. Pascal Anyang, has congratulated President Bola Tinubu and the entire Nigerian youth on the occasion of Nigeria's 65th independence anniversary. In a message to mark Nigeria's 65th independence anniversary in Abuja, Ambassador Dr. Pascal Anyang, who is also President Coalition of NGOs and CEOs in Nigeria, said the nation's continuous corporate existence is worthy of thanking God for. Ambassador Dr. Pascal Anyang, who extolled the virtues of the Nigerians' founding fathers, stressed the need for all Nigerians, most especially politicians, to be committed to the dreams of the country's founding fathers, while urging religious groups not to relent in praying for the country to overcome its economic and security challenges. Ambassador Dr. Pascal Anyang wished all citizens, most especially youth and coalition of NGOs and CEOs in Nigeria, a happy 65th independence anniversary. He used the independence anniversary to once again appeal to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to direct officials responsible for the release of all grants subscribed to by some Nigerians and NGOs in Nigeria to improve their businesses and economic well-being to urgently do so, as they could no longer bear the current worsening economic hardship in the country. According to him, over 50 million Nigerians who subscribed for the grant over the years are eagerly waiting for the disbursement, even as he regretted that some of them have died, while some are currently sick, frustrated, depressed, homeless, while some have had their children chased from school in the course of waiting for the grant. Ambassador Dr. Pascal Anyang, who said he believed in the capacity of President Tinubu to listen to the cry of the dying masses, explained that the urgent release of the grant would no doubt increase the confidence of the people, especially in the renewed hope agenda of the current administration. Also, on independent message, the Commander General of Nigerian Forest Security Service, NFSS, Dr. Joshua Osatimihin, has.
All right, thank you very much for that submission. We understand, according to Ambassador Pascal Anyang, this is not a small matter at all. You know, that was from the Capital FM News just this morning on the Independence Day celebration. Nigeria at 56. Now, over 50 million Nigerians had registered, subscribed, and also staked their hopes on this grant. People from every walks of life, from students to struggling mothers, from artisans to small business owners, and from farmers to the unemployed graduates, who see in this grant the seed of a better life. And tragically, as he pointed out, many of these subscribers have already passed away, carrying their unfulfilled hopes to the grave. Now, yet millions more are still remaining alive, holding on with faith and waiting for a miracle that must now become reality in few days to come from now. Now, independence anniversaries are usually a time of joy. It's a time of reflection and also a time of renewed confidence. So it should be. So it should be. There are moments when nations pause to look back at how far they have come, to celebrate their victories and acknowledge their struggles over time, and most importantly, to reawaken that faith of their hope in a brighter tomorrow. But this year, as Nigeria marks her 56th independence anniversary, the voice of the people once again echoed through the airwaves, not in loud jubilation, but in this earnest plea, the cry of the masses. And I see that the message of Ambassador Anyanwu was not merely political, it was deeply human. Based on this submission. Behind these words are the stories of men and women who have been aching and waiting for this promise. And in every corner of Nigeria, there are families who can barely afford a meal a day. Fathers unable to send their children to school. Young men who have the strength and zeal, but they lack the resources to start businesses or even sustain themselves. Ambassador Pascal Anyanwu has in time been silent when it comes to the grant ecosystem. He rarely drops message these days, which he does regularly before. Now, he reminded the government that livelihood is the heartbeat of national growth. And when citizens can live well, when they can eat well, when they can walk well, and they can dream well, then the nation prospers. But when the masses are left to languish in endless waiting, poverty, frustrations deepens, and the very spirit of the people becomes so weak. So, Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Ambassador Anyanwu said in his heartfelt appeal, this grant is not just money, it's a healing, it's a revival, it's a hope to a lot of families. It is the life that a lot of Nigerians are waiting for. We cannot continue to delay what will bring life to our people. We can't. He also went further in his speech to remind the President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, of the historic role he now plays in Nigeria's destiny. Independence anniversaries are not just a reminder of where we have been, yes, but also where we must go for a nation to truly stand tall in freedom. I think its people must experience the practical blessings of governance, which we are lacking in a country called Nigeria. At 56, that's not a small child. Imagine having a child at 56 and is still struggling to stand. That is imbecility. He has urged that the president should not allow bureaucracy, politics, or delay to rob the people of what has been long promised them. That is the grant in this ecosystem. And he stressed that just as every leader wants to be remembered for something significant, this disbursement could mark one of the boldest achievements of Tinubu's administration, etching his name in history as the leader who brought relief and prosperity to millions at a time when Nigerians are most in need. Poverty everywhere. I think the timing for this appeal cannot be ignored. It's just right about time when this appeal could gender something more meaningful. Nigeria, like a lot of nations today, is facing some biting inflation, food scarcity, unemployment, growing insecurity, concern, and every day ordinary citizens wrestle with the harsh realities of survival. For a lot of people, the grant would represent more than just financial assistance. It will represent a chance for them to breathe again, to dream again, and also to build their lives. So Ambassador Pascal Anyao, in his explanation that while governments around the world are creating safety nets for their people, Nigeria cannot afford to ignore the cries of our citizens. The over 50 million subscribers who invested their time, their energy, and trust into this program are not faceless. They are not faceless statistics. They are the very people who make up the soul of the nation. Before you can say Nigeria, you have to talk about the masses. Before you can talk about a pastor, you have to talk about the sheep. There is no pastor or shepherd without a sheep. No shepherd without a sheep. No president without a citizen. His reminder is very simple. The true measure of leadership is not in promises that is made, but in promises that is kept. Yes, he has appealed to the president and his team to treat this matter with utmost urgency, not only for the sake of governance, but also for the sake of humanity. And finally, I just want to kind of inject this right now. Nigerians should not give up. I want to encourage you, I want to encourage everyone within this grant ecosystem that right now we should continue to believe in the future of this nation. Yes, believe in the future of this country. While we're standing united in our demands for fairness, for justice, and timely action. For us, the release of the grant would symbolize a new kind of independence from hardship, from delay, and from the shadows of poverty. And as Nigeria celebrates 56 years of freedom, the greatest gift the government can give to its people is the fulfillment of this promise. Let the disbursement come. Let the disbursement come. So over 50 million Nigerians, I beg your pardon. Let Nigerians rise again with dignity, with the pride. Let history remember this independence not just as another date on the calendar, but as the day when leaders had the cry of their people and they acted in truth and compassion. I rest my case. Welcome to the 56th anniversary of a country called Nigeria. I still hope we are the giant of Africa. Or the midget among the nations.